Hey guys, welcome back to the Mod channel. Let me put on my glasses first. Alright guys, welcome back to the Mod channel. Right now I want to share something very special with you guys. I think it applies, like I said, this channel is not just for web animations, for life in general, but what I want to talk about was meditation today, and not just any type of meditation. The meditation I want to talk about today is this type of new age, modern type meditation. And before I start even talking about this, I want to actually talk about a little bit about how the brain works. And you know, how the brain works is it basically, the way the brain works is we all have 5 different brain waves. We have deltas, thetas, alphas, betas, and gammas. And you notice that you use these brain waves when you watch TV, right? You feel more relaxed. When you're listening to music, it influences your emotions. When you read a book, you feel more logical. You know, you feel different when you read a book than you listen to music, right? That's because you're using different brain waves. And how this affects you is that basically, in general, this is how it works. Lower brain waves are better for learning, creativity, and healing, and sleep. And higher brain waves is when you're more alert, have more energy, and you're able to do more stuff. So how does this affect meditation? Well, you know, back in the old days, you had to meditate by just sitting down and staying still and just sort of calming down your thoughts. But in this day and age, there's actually an easier way to do that. It's called brain entrainment. This is essentially the new age type of meditation, and I'm going to actually talk about how I got started in all of this. Right? This is going to be kind of a long video, so if you have something to do, you know, you can just I'm telling a very important story here, but you know, anyway, so when I was 20 years old, basically about over a year and a half ago, you know, I was just sort of mosey daisying around, you know, life, thinking everything was going to be really peachy and stuff. I was thinking, you know, I was going to be like everybody else, have this office job, you know, just be doing everything, you know, all nice and shit. But then things weren't turning out that well. You know, I started procrastinating, bullshitting around, and just not doing things the way I was supposed to do. And I was being addicted to all sorts of really bullshit stuff. Like I was looking at hentai and shit, and I was looking at, well, what was it? I was looking at Let's Plays videos. I actually like Let's Plays videos, but that's not the. But you know, I was doing a lot of bullshit stuff that didn't have anything to do with I was supposed to be doing. But eventually, you know, after a while, I started. You know what was it? What was the point? Well, all of that led up to me finding this special type of meditation sounds called brain entrainment. And there's actually 3 types of brain entrainment sounds, but I'm only going to talk about 2 of them. I'm going to talk about isochronic and binaurals. So anyways, I found this channel called full-length binaurals, and I listened to this guy's sounds, and I was thinking, you know, does this really work? Basically, 2 different sounds are put into each ear, and you know, I wouldn't recommend this if you're under 18. Don't do this stuff because your brain waves are still developing. You know, I said that in the last video. But you know, if you're over 18, I think this is some really good stuff. You know, it's really helpful. So anyways, I listened to full-length binaurals, right? I'm listening to his stuff, and then basically I'm listening to it. The next day I immediately feel different. it's sort of like if you've been seeing the world through shades of, like, if you've been seeing the world in one way, but then the next day you see the world in like through a gray lens or something, sort of like that. But it completely changed my perspective. Like, I don't know, it's the way I can explain it is that imagine if your mind was really open, but then all that openness, imagine your mind was like a blanket, right? But then the blanket turned into a needle. And I know that doesn't make sense, but basically I could focus on one thing really, really, really hard after listening to that stuff. And it's weird, but it kind of, I sensed like things a little bit differently. It's weird, right? I sensed things in a way that I never sensed before. But the point is, all of that led up to me right now, today. The way it helped me right now is that basically I use these tones to actually help me wake up in the morning and help me go to bed at night. So basically isochronic tones are the better one of the two. If you're going to choose between, the best one to choose from of these sounds is isochronic. You know, there's no comparison. Isochronic is definitely the best one. Binaurals, they're okay, but the only problem is you need both ears, and it sort of entrains the whole brain. You know, like for I'm talking about some pretty deep, this is slightly advanced brain entrainment stuff, but basically this is how I do it. Right now, presently, this is what, in the morning I listen to betas. I listen to betas, basically 20 hertz in my right ear, and I listen to gammas for both ears. And all of this one ear and both ears to listen to, even if I explain it, you know, it's not going to make sense. You just got to try it out yourself. Neuroprogrammer 3 is the software that I use. You know, you can check out some more sounds, you know, for full-length binaurals. He's got good stuff, but you know, the most potent ones, the best ones I found so far have been Neuroprogrammer 3. So, you know, that's the program I use. So basically, this is a type of new age meditation, and you know, it works miracles. Like, you know, if you want to change your line of thought, with Neuroprogrammer 3, you can actually record stuff and add it along to your you can make voice recordings and put it together with the actual sounds, and basically when your brain becomes really, really relaxed, you take in information more easier. That's why when you're watching television or something, you know, you're able to, everything you see and hear, it goes into your mind so much easier because you're looking at television and all those rays are putting yourself into an alpha brainwave state. So that's my spiel on brain entrainment in general. You know, just give it a try. Don't, you know, you gotta approach this with an open mind. When I first started out, you know, I was trying to try new things to a certain extent. You know, I don't like to just say that way is bad. Some things you gotta say that's pretty bad. But for this, you know, I approached it with a pretty open mind. You know. So it's better than regular music too, because it actually, between regular music and this, regular music is when you it influences your emotions more when you listen to regular music. This influences your perception of reality. Like if you're listening to this, the way you see reality and the way you take in information and stuff is going to be a little bit different. So, you know, but doing and experiencing is different than me just hearing me talk about it. I could talk about this shit all day and you guys won't know what the hell I'm talking about. So you guys actually have to go listen to this stuff. Don't take my word for it, you know, you just gotta do it yourself. Alright? See you guys next time.